Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Rock Oil Refining and Sweetwater Spirits and Resorts. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Saul Meyer, and alongside me, making her Dancing Blitz debut, a fellow Southerner, Serenity Douglas. Serenity, are you ready for some Friday Night football?
I always am. It was definitely a change in weather for me, but it feels like winter.
Well, me too. You know, us being both from the South, we're not supposed to have this weather for another, 2 months, 3 months?
At least.
So I guess we'll have to adjust together. Now on to some football. And Serenity, you actually went to our game of the week this week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right. Our game of the week was Moseny and Rhinelander and the Hodag homecoming. I was super excited to get out to this game because I always loved homecoming week. It's a different feeling in the air. And Saul, Moseny did not come to play around. They came to dominate with their strong, explosive, and quick defense. But Rhinelander finally was able to get some momentum and gain some yards later on in the first. Look at that hit. Good way to hustle, Hodags. However, in the second quarter, Moseny's quarterback, Jersley, sent it flying to the right and scored, making it 32-0, a beautiful ball. And why kick it when you can go for two? That is exactly what Moseny did to make it 34-0 at the half. And the final score was 50-8, Moseny winning.
All right, always love that. Now moving on to the defending state champs, Colby hosting Pittsville. Here in the first quarter, watch this play closely because Pittsville's QB rolls out and makes this pass here that's tipped and intercepted. Blink and you'll miss it. That set up a big run here on a reverse to the wide receiver on the ensuing drive to put Colby in the red zone. But that Pittsville defense was physical, ragdolling running backs to force a long, unsuccessful field goal attempt to keep it scoreless. And Colby's defense showed up too. A big sack here, and that was enough for the Hornets to get the 21-6 win.
Back to Oneida County for this game between the Anago Red Robins as they are on the road taking on the Lakeland Union Thunderbirds. Starting the first quarter, second play on the offense for the Red Robins. Javon Bussey is going to get the ball and begin to move up the field. Before getting stripped, the Thunderbirds were able to recover. Lakeland Union moving down the field. Braden Wizik moves to his right, throws the ball down the field, and great defense. No score after one, and Lakeland Union was able to move the ball efficiently with Rocky Wagner throughout the first half. As he runs for the first down here, the T-Birds were unable to get anything going. Next drive for the Red Robins, check this out. Jake will throw a ball down the sideline for his big man Mason Gray. Gray going up and getting in, no one was able to score. Lakeland Union was able to pull it away 20-0.
Now let's head down to Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, taking on DC Everest in the first quarter here. The Red Raiders have some strong defense early. Carter Christie takes down the QB. A lot of defensive stops early. Here in the second, DC Everest gets on the board as Brennan Bartle drops it into the hands of Preston Miller. Rapids has a response on the route, straight up, even through the sidelines, Evan Matthews on the reception takes it to the house. Then QB Teal Lucas keeps it going for the Raiders, again to Evan Matthews, driving it in a few plays later. Wisconsin Rapids wins this one, 28-21.
Now on to the games from teams in our local area. First off, Appleton West, and they're dominating, took on Marshfield with their dominating offense and came out 53-20. Wittenberg and Burnhamwood traveled to Stratford and fought nail for nail, and Stratford took home the cake, 14-6. And then finally, Wausau West faced off with Stevens Point and finished 27-14. What a great bunch of games we covered, but we're not done there, Saul.
That's right, Serenity. We'll have more highlights for y'all coming y'all's way after the break.
Welcome back to the Blitz. We've already covered some great games today, and now that was just a few.
And that's right, Serenity. Edgar and Abbotsford both lost their first game of the season last week, and they're kind of looking to bounce back in the biggest way possible. Both teams have a chip on their shoulder, so let's see who could get back on track at Abbotsford High School. It's the Falcons versus the Wildcats, Birds versus Cats, Sylvester versus Tweedy. Now let's move on to some second quarter action. Edgar is usually a triple option team with a dominant running game, and they did exactly that here with a big run on this play and that went in for 6, and after a failed 2-point conversion, it was 12-7 Edgar. One team ran the ball well, another passed the ball well. Abbotsford's quarterback sends this ball beautifully into the night sky for a big gain. They had to punt though, and on this punt, we are going to see, wait for it, a reverse! Big time special teams play. Me being a special teams guy, you absolutely love to see that. And after a little trickeration, Edgar is going to take this ball all the way to the house and win this game 40-7.
Now to Eagle River, where Northland Pines is hosting the Clintonville Truckers. Second quarter, Clintonville up big, but the Eagles are trying to make something happen. Quarterback Owen Will hands it off to Ethan Larson. He would power his way to the first down, sheds a couple of tacklers there. Then, and a few plays later, Will would come and keep it up himself. Nice block there by Larson, getting another first down. But Pines wouldn't get any further than that. A fumble would turn the ball over to the Truckers, and they'd take advantage. Pocket would collapse around Cade, but they'd find Jake Yargan for the touchdown. Clintonville would end up winning this one 45-7.
Now on to some more scores from our local area that we couldn't get to. Crandon was lucky enough to already get a win today via forfeit against Menominee Indian. So they are now 2-0 on the day after their win against Ross Schultz 49-6. Rib Lake Prentice hosted Hurley and lost 38-8. Medford traveled to Hayward, and the Raiders were able to come out with a 62-12 win. And the Wisconsin Wendigo had their home opener today at the historic Dome in Eagle River. Let's see if the Wendigo could win and start out undefeated at home. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs came to town. It was a pretty good crowd tonight. Here in the first period, this would be a game of missed opportunities for the Wendigo. Chris Kernan will get here a nice chance, but the Ice Dogs goalie grabs it a few minutes later. Bell to Graham, another stuff here by the goalie. Wendigo really controlled the game early in this one, but it only takes one fluky breakaway to change the game. Ice Dogs find the side net here to score first. Wendigo looking for a goal here to even it up. A wide open net, but nope. Couldn't find Wendigo in their home opener. 4-2-1. Two teams face again tomorrow night at 7.